It's Madden NFL 23. And front and center is me, Cole Hardman. He starts play fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Bears and the Packers, and it comes your way next.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. We welcome everybody again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and CD, we've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position, to be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves against what is considered the best on the other side. This is going to be a lot of fun, a very exciting battle headed our way.
No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely to go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The numbers for Jones last week: 15 carries, 95 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll look to throw now on first down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Now Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now Fields. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Eluding, and he's going to go down again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
From his goal line here, Fields. Out right, he's got Ruckert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Fields on 3rd down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. This one. And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around.
Montgomery will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Kenneth Murray
coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
On play action, Fields. That's caught left side, Ruckert with it.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. They push him back 8 yards and time on second down.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And here's Trenton Gill on to punt. This is taken at the 15. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard.
And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 7-7, our score after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series.
Now a give running left with Montgomery.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's got his man. That's Hardman.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
The Bears at 12-3 now on the year, and they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And let's remember that last week in this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Fields.
Steps away to his left. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Fields now to throw.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Completes it to Hardman.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Going up the gut, Montgomery. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 now.
Fields on the out route. He finds Hardman.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll run with Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here's Fields.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Mecole Hardman, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston.
Here's Hardman to return.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Running left, Montgomery. 4 yards, the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Fields. Complete. Smith has it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Montgomery back to the ground.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
To the air again, Fields.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And at halftime, it's the Lions with the comfortable lead. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 100 yards exactly on the ground with a touchdown run as well. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Packers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 2 brings up second and...
Second down, another shot for Jones.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll drop the throw.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
If this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen, here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw, and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To throw is Fields.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
An inside give to Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Quay Walker
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased at, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on the pass indeed. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. And now the Packers get set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety, so you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers.
Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Fields on 1st down.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
On play action, Fields.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out right around the 39. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. A nice little juke. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now it's Fields.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 45-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 30 on second down, Fields. Yeah, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Throwing again is Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Completes this again to Shepard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Up the middle, Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now back to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. He'll look to throw. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Off play action, Fields.
On the move to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields.
Dancing to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's in. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
About that. And a crazy situation we just saw there. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
first down. Here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9. Here's Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. But that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. The give is to Jones. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway. Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones.
The pass on 2nd
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll look to throw again.
Over the middle, that's caught by Amari Rodgers. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Complete to Amari Rodgers. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
To throw is Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here comes the Bears punter now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. So the Packers down on the scoreboard. 1:54 on the clock. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
2nd and 6.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
They'll complete this one to Watson. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up a throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. Now Montgomery running right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, but he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Chicago,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining.